Hello friends, I'm Abhay Tripathi. I'm back with the topic for today, which is carrier aggregation for band 3 5 plus 5 intra-band non-contiguous. So we've got a UE here which is sending the RRC connection request. What you're seeing on your screen is a QCAD parser with log file of from the Qualcomm chipset. The message sequence will remain like a regular UE message sequence. The important ones I will highlight in this talk. UE capability inquiry is the one where eNode B asks for the various capabilities of the UE. In this particular one, it is asking for EUTRA, GRAN, and CDMA. Let's look through the what UE reports. So UE says it's a release 10 UE. Cat 4 it says initially, and it says it is supporting band 3. Okay, now here it says it is cat 6 UE, and as part of RF parameters version 10, it is saying what is the band combination it supports. So it is saying it supports band 3. Uplink it is supporting CA bandwidth A. A means 0 to 100 RB. And for downlink it is supporting C. C is up to 200 RBs, and it can support up to 2 layer of MIMO. Another one is also there where it is saying again band 3. Uplink is 0 to 100 RB and downlink also 0 to 100 RBs. And again says it can support 2 layers. Third one also it is saying it is capable of doing the downlink carrier aggregation with 0 to 100 RBs. In the band combination there is no further information, right? So this specific UE is only having the band 3 capability, band 3 CA capability. Now when eNode B receives this information, at the time when the RRC reconfiguration is happening, which is somewhere here. So before I go into that, the primary cell P cell was on the frequency 1550 with the cell ID 55. Okay, and here till this point, before the default bearer is to be established, the RRC configuration is happening on the for the various measurements, and in this case it is specifically for the frequency 1550. If you look at this trace and keep an eye on this value, serving cell index, it is always showing P cell with the ERFC and 1550 and PCI 55, and this will get reported every 10 milliseconds. So 182, 192, 202, this. Then it receives RRC reconfiguration. Now in the RRC, this is the most important message which is there. So let's dig deep into it. Okay. So CQI reporting is set up for R10. This has got nothing to do with the CA. So we are setting up the PUCCH configuration. Now please look at this SL to add or modify list R10. SL index 1 is getting added, physical cell ID 22 and frequency 1500. Now you must still remember that we were on frequency 1550 before, and I think 55 was the PCI. Then all the parameters which are required for the secondary, common parameters which are required for the secondary cell is given, including what is the bandwidth, antenna configuration, 2 ports, H and PDCCH values, what is the reference power, and then dedicated configuration. Okay. On the uplink configuration side, it is still the same as it was before. Now UE says reconfiguration complete. Before that also, if you look at the idle mode, it was still on P cell 1550 and 55. Now what I'll do is please keep a note of this timestamp and keep looking at this. Now you will find that at some point in time I'll scroll past fast, but if you keep your eye on this, you will note that whether it is a P cell or S cell. And I'll explain something here more also, is that it says what is the RSRP of first branch and the second branch. So what is the instantaneous measured RP, and similarly RSRQ and the RSSI which it is receiving, and what is SNR. So this is till this point it is all for P cell. We can ignore this one message. Okay. All this is every 10 millisecond, which is one frame. So there has to be activation point, which will be given in the RRC configuration message. So at that point in time, both UE and eNode B shall switch towards that message, switch towards the CA configuration. I keep scrolling until I find the CA values. At the time, essentially you should see on the same TTI, same subframe, you should see the two values, one for the primary cell and other for the secondary cell. So there it is. Okay, so I'll explain one such one. Serving cell P cell 55, 1550. You can see the various attributes of this channel, and then at the same time the second one was one SL, because you remember in the message, in the RRCD configuration message, we saw one SL which was configured, and these are the characteristics of that SL. So that's how two messages, two debugs are there, which is for both the frequencies. You can see one is for 1550, which was the P cell, and then for SL it was 1500. Now we can see at which point started to happen. It was, you see, still 2. So two messages. This is where it was changing. So till this point we're saying P cell and then P cell and S cell. So this is the way to find out when the secondary cell is getting configured. Okay. This completes the session for today. Thank you.